We are back and it's time for departures from way near the northern coast that mark us as far away from water as possible. Anyhow, let's watch the introduction scene.
It's been 3 days and this prophet has yet to show himself. I hope I'm not making a huge mistake by trusting you.
War Chief, the clans are assembling as you ordered, but it will take them some time to reach us.
Then we must prepare this camp immediately. I want my warriors to have food and proper lodgings when they arrive.
Yes, War Chief.
Warrior, has there been any word from Grom Hellscream? He and the Warsong clan were supposed to have been here by now.
No, War Chief. We haven't heard from Hellscream in some time.
Damn it, Grom. Where the hell are you?
This scene is essentially a grunt telling Thrall that everything is going as planned. Or does it? It is made a lot deeper by Thrall's inner monologue and the positioning of the characters. It opens up like the last scene ended, both in Thrall facing away from us and him being very doubtful about doing the right thing. Feels very logical that he's not mindlessly following a prophet. It's certainly good to see a character thinking about what he's doing and his options. This small segment has so much to it because we learn about Thrall as a person. He is torn between his thinking mind and his trusting heart. Both good attributes to have, but how well are they going together? The grunt picks the story back up and moves it forward. Everyone is assembling, things have started rolling, and it's best to be ready. Now something very clever is happening. The grunt turning around is the signal that the official report is over. The fact that Thrall now speaks up about a Grom Hellscream means that it's personal. Even though we don't know who that is, we get a sense that it is someone close to Thrall, and his missing troubles Thrall greatly. In this way, a new character has been introduced to us, not by him being there physically, but through the connection with the character that we already know. So while the orcs are preparing their base, let me give you an introduction to characters in general and in this game specifically. There is maybe no story without a character. Together, we have dreamt up more characters than there are humans for sure. Some are important, some are small, some we remember for their most favorite line, and others never say the word, yet we remember them. And if we think about a character, then we will remember the world that he lived in. That is their purpose, to connect us with themselves and their world. Characters usually have certain attributes connected with them. Some are obvious when we are first introduced to a character. Others are becoming clearer in time. Some characters never change, others all the more. Some characters are deliberately over the top, and others portray what's wrong with the world. A character is often seen with amazement by some, and is disliked by others. It all very much depends on what we see in a character, and how his thinking and experience is in tune with our own. The most important character of a story is the protagonist, and there can be multiple protagonists in a story, though usually only one at any given time. The prologue protagonist is Thrall. We are following his point of view, and we've gotten a deeper insight into his thinking than any other character. The whole arc of the Warcraft3 story expands over multiple chapters, each with his own protagonist as a central anchor point to which all other colorful characters are connected. And I found a consistency within the different characters and chapters. The protagonist is always connected with two other figures. First of all, there is the wise mentor, a character with far greater knowledge than any other, yet he uses that knowledge not for personal power, but rather for a greater goal. He guides and teaches other characters. And second, the best friend, Although their behavior can vary greatly, there are a means of measurement for the protagonist's development. They are best friends, as the name suggests. They start on the same level of thinking, and from there, through their experiences, they change. And we see the difference between them so clear because they are so close to each other. The protagonist's Thrall, his best friend Gromhellscream, and the Prophet as the wise mentor. A simple trinity like the three primary colors, but by mixing them, applying light and dark, an entire spectrum of interesting and connected characters can be created. So, let's look at the fastest bridge construction in human history.
You orcs are in violation of the Alliance Internment Act. We've already captured one of your leaders. If you surrender now, we'll spare your lives.
War Chief, they say they've captured one of our leaders. Maybe they're referring to Grom.
I hope not. But if they have captured Hellscream, I'll make them regret it. Loktar Ogar! Come, my warriors! We must drive the humans back!
Funny thing is, it gives us a way to continue, not just in a physical form, but also in terms of our main character's goal and his motivation. Once again, creative ways of showing what you want to tell. Did you notice though that the humans are giving the orcs a chance to surrender? This might be movie cop cliché, but does upholding their law make them bad guys? Does fighting the local law enforcement make Thrall a good guy? I think it shows that a protagonist is not always a hero. Heroes don't assault villages, they defend them. Despite all the resistance, Thrall manages to free Gromhellscream.
War Chief, we found where they're holding Grom, but the area is protected by fortified guard towers.
Then destroy them! Hellscream must be freed!
Grom, are you alright?
I'm fine, little brother. Luckily, they only injured my pride. Great, because we're getting out of here now. We're leaving the human lands for good. Finally, follow me. I have an idea. We can set sail on the humans' own ships. Perfect. But we'll need to wait for the rest of the Horde.
The Horde is assembled, War Chief. We await only your command.
Now, go, young Thrall. Sail west to the lands of Kalimdor. It is there that you will find your destiny. It is there that your people's salvation will be assured.
Ooh, complete success. Grom is alright, and we see how close they are as friends. He called Thrall a brother, a little brother mind you, implying that he sees himself more than even with Thrall. Even though, as War Chief, Thrall is his superior. Grom is the most proudest orc you'll ever find. And one more thing about him, he always has a solution for any problem he encounters. This time it's the ships that allow the Horde to set sail to Kalimdor. But it will remain true for the rest of the story that there's no problem that Gromhellscream can't solve. The Horde is conveniently assembled, even though we only see 9 orcs. The perspective leaves the entire right side beyond the screen covered, where much more orcs could be standing. And speaking of standing around, how long has he been watching? Has he been there for 3 days? Or did he just arrive? Did he need the reassurance that everything has gone right? Would he have helped if something had gone wrong along the way? He sure did nothing to settle this matter peacefully. I also went back and checked what he told Thrall, and he did not mention his salvation for his people. Thus, he is creating tension. We know more than Thrall, but still less than the Prophet. But with the prologue mastered and the Horde on its way, it is time to travel on and see how humanity prepares for the coming darkness.
What do you want? Yes? What do you want? What? Me busy. Leave me alone. No time for play. Me not that kind of orc. Hmm?